Hey, Jackie.
I got questions.
What question? What questions?
Baby, I got some
I'm
questions.
dead.
But we gonna do this quick little intro. I just want to welcome.
Hey, Tasha.
I want to welcome you all to the Booked and Busy podcast. We have the beautiful, the talented, and the revered E. Bowser. And she has gone off the camera. There she goes. I don't know why we get on this internet and we just be giggling. So,
No, it don't matter.
I love this lady to the ends of this earth. I love her pen. I love what you do, and I love how you show up for this community. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I just want to say this. Thank you for encouraging me to do this podcast. You were the first person I talked about it with before I even thought about it. Talking about it with anybody, but I don't know what made me come to you and say, "Girl, I'm thinking about it." So, thank you.
Talk about, I don't know. Girl, if you don't get on there and do that podcast.
I want to thank you for that. Thank you for being one of my first guests in the first season. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for allowing me to read a few of your books as ARCs, because I be getting my whole life. So I guess my whole life.
Thank you for all the
Thank you so
support.
much for that. Um,
Don't do Tasha. Don't do that to my friend.
what she say?
Talk about Vina. She always got it out for him.
Listen, she better leave Vino alone. I'm not coming to her house because that dog looks like he's gonna bite my whole thigh off. But no, thank you.
Vino ain't biting nobody.
He might not be biting nobody, but he scares the hell out of me. You ain't got to worry. I love my baby. That's my baby mama, honey. That's my baby mama. She the only person that can rub up on me.
I'm done.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Coco.
let's get started. You're a paranormal writer, a romance erotica writer, a fantasy writer, and a horror writer. And you
Yes.
didn't start out traditionally like most of the girlies. You didn't start out in traditional romance.
Mm-mm.
Why paranormal? Why horror?
That's always it's always been my first love. Like anything paranormal, anything horror, fantasy related is what I like to read personally. So going into writing, it was always my first thought. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to show that, hey, we do exist in this genre. We love this genre as well. And it's just not something that needs to be hidden. Because for a long time, people wouldn't really be like, oh, yeah, I like fantasy or I like paranormal. Like it was some taboo type thing. Like we're not allowed to like that kind of stuff. So I was like, if I'm gonna write it, I'm gonna write it.
But I've read paranormal. You know, I'm not reading horror because you know I'm scary. you know, I'm not reading no walk, no. What do you call it? Wait a minute. What is the Dream Walkers? I'm not reading it. I'm just not gonna read it.
Girl,
And it's okay because I know my limitations. But I read everything else. Everything
it's
else.
not even scary.
It might not be scary, but girl, I be girl nervous. I'm gonna read it one day. One day I'm just gonna get to it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna read it. But I'm scared. I'm
Yeah,
scared.
just
Yeah.
make sure you read it and not listen to the audiobook.
See? See? See?
Yeah, don't listen to the audiobook version because you'll be like, oh, I'm cutting this off. I'm cutting this off. But it has been a lot of people that said that they are scary like that, but they were able to read the book because it does have those type of elements, but it's more of like those I guess like a rush to be like, hell no, nah, you better run, like that type of feeling, more than like hiding under your blanket type of feeling. So I would say one day out the blue, just pick it up and just don't think about it. Just pick it up
Okay. And
and
I
just
am
start
because I'm
reading.
gonna purchase. Okay, so if y'all don't know, I am a big fan. You may not think so, but I am a big fan, and I probably have the majority of her catalog outside of Dreamwalkers and
Dream.
the two new books. That the one that's coming next week and
Mm-hmm.
AOK, the affiliate one, the one that just came out. I have everything. I got the coloring book. I got it all. I'm not playing behind this one here. Um, and I'm going to get when I see you in Vegas, I'm going to get Dreamwalkers because I feel like I need to complete my catalog. But as an author who's written, is it 40 titles?
Just yeah, just about.
What have you
I need
learned
to
about your?
recount, but
But Amazon said 40.
I'm not surprised.
Amazon said 40. And I'm gonna say it might be those bundles that's in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
but
it's close. It is close to 40. I will say that.
what have you learned about yourself as an author? Just as an author, as a person. What
That writing always evolves. Um, that you always evolve as a writer. Like, and you'll be able to see it because you'll look back at your work previously and be like, why would I even say that? Or why didn't I write it like this? But as an author, you learn that it's okay to change. It's okay to venture off into a different genre or into writing something totally different from what you're used to. So like you just learn basically to trust yourself in your writing ability and knowing your limitations. So yeah.
So if y'all did not know, she has the Deadly Secrets collection. She has the Brothers That Bite collection. She has the Rain Pack, the Crown series. Those are her paranormal fantasy ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I love them.
Paranormal fantasy.
Yes,
Yes.
I love them. And then she has the Dreamwalkers. That scares the hell out of me. But then she dipped her toe into urban erotica and romance because it's some of it is romantic. Some of it is
If you say so, I mean it's romantic to some, yes. I'm just saying.
it's borderline, stalkerish, borderline
Some people, some
torture.
listen. Some people find that romantic. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's different. It's different, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here, but I'm here. I'm always here for the foolishness and the mayhem. I'm here for it. Um, is it hard to write so many different points of view all in one book?
No. It's actually easier, at least for me, because you get to see all sides of the story. And you're not just stuck in that one person's point of view or just like two people's point of view and trying to have it like all make sense of like a outsider's point of view to where other stuff is going on. So writing in different points of views makes it so much easier to make the story look alive. So it makes you feel like you're inside of the story or you're watching a movie when you have it coming from so many points of views because you get to see the world in full and know what's going on in the background. So
Yeah.
to me, it's easier that way. To other people, maybe not. I don't know. But ain't no way. Not coming from fantasy and trying to write in like one person's point of view or just two people point of view. And you be sitting there like, yeah, but what's such and such doing though? Like, what the villain doing? And why they doing it? Like, you want just as much to know why the villain is doing what they're doing, just as much as you want to know the protagonist.
But you kind of did that in the Deadly Secrets, where you
What?
have multiple point of views. It wasn't just
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bond. It wasn't just what was her
Nope.
name? What was her name?
Taria.
It
It
wasn't just
wasn't just
them. It was
Taria.
the
Right.
best friend who was the witch.
It was
It
everybody.
was
Like the only
everybody.
time that I write in a two-person point of view is probably a novella. And for the most part, it's probably still more than a two-person point of view. I've never written a book where it's just all from one person's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, nope.
I love
not a
it.
short story, not a book. So,
But it to
I
me
don't know.
it gives me the feeling of, okay, I know some shit that they don't know yet that's getting ready to happen. I don't know exactly what's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen, but I know something was getting ready to happen.
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
was it easy to dip your toe into urban romance after writing paranormal and horror and fantasy?
I'm not gonna say it was easy. It was the only reason why it was hard is because knowing the expectations of the genre
Mm-hmm.
is totally different from writing in other genres. Um, and knowing what my limitations would be writing in that type of genre. Now, to me, it doesn't really matter as much because I'm just going to write how I'm going to write. And if it's more than 3 books or more than 4 books, it is what it is. Either you're going to read it or you're not going to read the series. But it wasn't hard to switch over, kind of with the thoughts of your writing, but you got to just remember this person is not a vampire. You cannot have them biting somebody and throwing a lightning bolt into someone. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of train of thought that you got to switch off when you're writing in like the urban erotica genre, because you're like, okay, I can't just blow some. Well, technically you can per facts, but not like magical, I would say. So that's the only, I guess, the only hard part about switching over is making sure it doesn't leak into your other work. So,
Is
yeah.
there a possible that they will ever meet? Because to me, fiction is fiction. Will Talia ever be a dream or something to one of
Well,
the
I
characters
mean,
in Pot?
if you read Shades of Desire,
I haven't
you
read it
know
yet.
that facts was in there.
I gotta go. I gotta read it. I haven't gotten to it yet because I still have to go
Listen,
back.
he was in there in a business meeting. He was in the book.
Okay,
That's
that's
all I'm gonna
enough.
say. So,
That's enough for me. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I need to finish because I'm probably 60% into the paranormal catalog. I'm 60%
mm-hmm.
in. So,
Yeah. So you gotta get to the end because he does show up.
hmm.
Right. He was in the club. He was in the club with Whisper. So that's a little Easter egg. I just leave it at that.
Can you remember everything that goes on in your books? Because I'll talk to a few other authors and they be like, girl, I don't remember what I wrote in 2010.
I send people. The thing is, major events in the book, like major parts, yes, I do remember everything that happened in every book. Um, but like little side stuff or little sayings or just stuff that they've said like in dialogue or something like that, I don't be remembering. And then somebody will bring it up and I'll be like, they said that. I don't remember writing that, especially if it's got anything to do with the kinky sexual aspect of it. I'd be completely forgetting. I'd be like, dang, I said that. I don't remember writing that. I don't. Like half the time I don't remember writing. I'd be like, yo, I don't remember saying that. And they like, you, it's right here. You said it. And I'd be like,
Are you ever
oh
shocked
man.
by what you write?
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
really? Oh.
Cause I'll be like, I'll read it back and I'm just like, oh, he crazy. Like, like, why would you say that? Like,
What?
hey, Brett. And I'm like, why would you say that? You read Creed and all the stuff that he was saying. Why would you say that?
I was like, wait a minute. What? Hold on. I did a whole bunch of hold ons, clutching my pearls. I'm trying to wait till book 2 come out before I do. Because I have a particular hat I'm doing for 7 for Latoya
Mm-hmm.
Nicole. I got a particular hat I'm doing for you. I'm just waiting on book 2 because I know it's going to release soon so I can do them together.
Listen, I don't know. All I can say is I do be shocked. I definitely be shocked at the stuff that Damon say out his mouth.
Baby, David
And
won't be out. David, but okay, how? I just want to know for myself. He was so feared and crazy in the beginning of the Deadly Secrets. Why would you turn him over to being good? And then you saw the struggle, his struggle.
but is he though? Is he
He
really?
was babysitting. They trusted him, but they can't.
I mean, his mother did say he good with babies. He good with the kids.
He was
But
babysitting. He saved the children.
listen, he said I might need to take somebody out, get this stress off real quick. Like he's a good babysitter. He is the best babysitter ever.
He's a good uncle.
Do he like people? No.
Mm-mm.
Will he take you out? Yes.
I have to
But
get. He does have a love story,
he's
right?
in reform. He does. He's in reform. When you get to Shades of Passion, you'll see it.
Yeah, because I thought he found somebody that he was liking on. That's where I stopped. But I got to go back
Child,
because
look, just wait. Wait till you get there. You
I
gonna be like, oh
can't
yeah, this
read
this
right. I
cool.
can't read the way I want to read right now. Because I'm trying to write too. I'm trying.
He do call the kids because you. I don't know where you at, but you know he got his own kids. That's all I'm gonna say.
He do. I read that. I forget what book I stopped at. Yeah, he do. Because he took him trick or treating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He did. He took them trick or treating. That might have been where I stopped. The Halloween book.
It could be. It could be. I'm just
Ooh.
saying.
I think I read both the Halloween books. So let's do this. Just so that for those that are new to you, they can figure out where to start and what they want to
Mm-hmm.
start with. So let's talk about the Deadly Secrets Brothers That Bite catalog. Can you just give people a brief description?
So Deadly Secrets, The Brothers That Bite is my first series, my first book that I ever written and published. And it's about four main characters. That's how it starts. About four main characters, Taria, Michael, Quinn, and Latoya. And Taria and Toya end up meeting Quinn and Michael. You know, it's just kind of like the cliche one met a vampire, one met a werewolf type deal. And it just turns into this whole full story of going through trials and tribulations, school, just secret after secrets that come out, um, family secrets, just everything happens. And the more and more you read, the deeper you go and find out that things go back generation upon generation upon generation, the deeper that you get into the series. So the first one is Brothers That Bite, and then after that is the Crown series, which goes deeper into what their lives is like at this point in time. So you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get vampires, werewolves, sirens, angels, demons, anything that you can think of will end up being inside of that series, because it doesn't just stay with the traditional vampire werewolf. And don't think that you're gonna know what's gonna happen. You might feel like that in the beginning and maybe the first and second books, but after that you are not going to know what's going on. You're definitely not going to know what's going on. And it's so many twists and turns, and every single book ends on a cliffhanger, and the next book starts exactly where that cliffhanger left off. So it's just like you're watching a TV show.
Is that how you view
episodes
it?
just keep coming on.
But is that how you view it? Like when you're writing, be like, oh, this is scene one. Okay.
Yeah, so like when it ends, I make sure I start off from there, because if you end it a certain way and then you start off like everything happened, or you're trying to do it as a memory, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't grab your attention enough to keep pulling you in. Like you want to start, just like if you finish the episode, you want to start where you left off, because you're trying to figure out what happened that entire time. So that's why I always start exactly where it ended, while also giving you a backstory if it's a prologue or something like that, that foreshadows the rest of that book, because you're like, oh, this is why this is happening. This is the secret. Like everything that comes out is secret after secret, and you might get a secret in book 13 that makes you think back about book 2, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's why that happened. So it's something that you really have to sit down and want to understand. If you're just reading to get through it, you're not going to retain the information, and you're not going to understand. You're just going to get confused, and you have to follow it in order. Like you have to. Going out of order, you're going to be like, what? Who is this and where they came from?
That's true.
And how they turned into a bear or something. So it's mind-boggling. But if you like that type of stuff, and you like fantasy, and you like paranormal, and you like some romance, I would start with Deadly Secrets.
Okay. Because to me, your writing style in Deadly Secrets, The Brothers That Bite, in the Crown series and the Rain Pack, it mirrors Product of the Street, kind of. It's just have elements of fantasy and paranormal. They kind of...
Yeah, so I guess I took the same principle as world building.
Yes.
And applied it to the urban erotica genre, only because if I didn't, I probably would have got bored and you would have got like one book. Because to me, I need a full world to where you think that you're walking into this city, that you think you can jump on a plane and end up in this city because you know the world so well. You know the streets, you know the local news, you know what's going to happen at the barbershop. So I needed that feeling that I had doing fantasy because, you know, fantasy and paranormal are mainly world building because they have their own rules and their own laws. So I needed that same principle to write it because if I just had to stick to like some structured list of how other people write, you was gonna get one book and that would have been it and over. So
Okay, so let's talk about Dreamwalkers. Give a little description on that.
child. Let's see. Okay, so Dreamwalker is not a typical zombie horror. It don't go in there looking for some romance or anything erotic or anything like that because it's not. You're literally running for your life in this story. So it's basically three friends, and the main character is Kaylee, and she has this ability to see things that happen in the future. So she's able to see zombie attacks that's going to happen before it happens. And she tried to suppress it most of her life, but this one particular time it was so vivid and so real that there was no way that she could ignore it. And that's how it starts. And so the vision basically was everything was going normal at once, and then you see a building explode, and now you got zombies coming after you. And then she wakes up and she's just like, what the hell? And so when she wakes up, everything that happened in the dream, from the phone ringing to the knock on the door to the horns outside, is happening in that order. And that's how it starts.
See, them zombies are scary as hell. See?
No, they not. No, they not. They can talk.
See? Even more. Even more reason.
So listen, they not those slow. They not the Walking Dead like. They not the slow Walking Dead type of zombies. Like they run it. Like if you seen World War Z or anything like that, they coming at you, and some of them are very intelligent to where they'll ambush you, type thing.
Well, child, it worried the shit out of me. I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If I say I'm gonna do it, you know I'm gonna do it. It just might be slow doing it. So I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, they be hungry.
Let's talk about what the romance girlies love is product of the streets and the affiliates of Creed. I'm just saying. Oh, man. Okay, so let me ask you this question. How do you feel when one of your characters become book bag? Like, I be asking, who's your book bag? Who's your book husband? All that kind of stuff. And facts, link. You know,
I try to stay out the conversation.
I know your people gonna be mad, but I'm saying Tingle Wellington all day, every day, and I'm in Neverlaw. Listen, that's 3. I'm okay.
Listen, I try to stay out the conversation of people in their book bays because I'm not getting caught up in it. I let people just go ahead and battle out, do a battle royale for their husbands because I'm not getting involved. Long as everybody leaves Simon Sampson alone, I'm good.
I don't know what intrigued me the most about Ian. I think it was his aura. It's like you got two different color eyes. Your ass is batshit ass crazy.
Cause he because he's a mystery.
He is.
He's a mystery, and I think that's what intrigues some people. Cause he's like he just come through and handles business. He don't make no fuss. He just do what he got to do, and then he dip off. Like he's that ghost, which he's supposed to be.
Right.
So
But
I
I
think
love the
it's the
fact
mystery of him.
he is, but I love the fact that he allowed Chantel to dominate him. He was like, you know, I could bust out these chains, but I bust out these. This,
As
you
as
know
long
this,
as you
right?
know.
He said, "But I'm gonna stay here for you." Like, I want to say, nigga.
So I wrote him in a way of like he can do this because he's always in charge. Like constantly in charge of everything, every aspect throughout the day. So he needed that safe space to where he can just let go, not be in charge. And Chantel is the only person that's gonna be able to handle something like that. So
And I love that.
that's how it
I
works.
love that for her. Wish she was real.
I
It's
wish
but you know you had the internet ablaze with Jacob's ladder, right? Oh,
I
baby.
I was surprised that people didn't know what it was.
Mm-mm. They didn't, because I didn't. You had the internet
I was
ablaze
surprised.
about that Jacob's ladder. I was
I
like, wait
was
a minute.
listen.
I
I
think,
was surprised. I was surprised about it.
but I think a lot of people are now understanding. I'm not saying that other authors haven't written BDSM, but I think yours is a little bit more vivid, and you've taught a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
about that particular type of extracurricular activity. So,
I think it's because I want you like in your head, you in your mind, like I could do this, even if you know you ain't doing it. But at least you're able to live it throughout reading the book. Like it, I wanted to like spark your curiosity and you being okay with being curious about what's happening. And just because you're curious about it don't mean that's something that you have to do because you don't. So it's just another way to express like, okay, this is okay. If some people into this, it's cool. If some people's not, that's fine. But you also get that fix, I guess. That little kink fix. And then at times you gonna realize like, I ain't know people was into this. And then you get that thought like, am I into this? Do I like do I like
wait a minute. Can I do that? Can I
what
hang on a
does
ladder?
right, like what does Jacob's ladder feel like? Is
Listen, you know, I
is
asked 1,000,010 questions. Wait a minute, but what does it feel like? Wait a minute, wait a minute. I was one of them. I tell you no lie. I was one of them. I was like, but wait, you was like, it's like a massaging fit. Wait a minute. I need one of these in my life. I
yeah,
love
some
it.
people don't like you said, some people never heard of it or they don't know, and it's just like an eye opener. Like, oh, this stuff in this world does exist, and people do this, and it's like you don't have to be afraid to look or read or just be like, oh, yes, it really does happen. Yes, there are really clubs out there like this. Yes, there are people living these type of lifestyles.
Yeah. And it is. So let's tell a little bit about Product of the Streets, and then what's the difference between Product of the Streets and affiliates of Creed?
So Product of the Streets is basically like the foundation of the world. So you meet the four guys, which are the horsemen, and you see the product. Um, like you see the almost like the finished product of what the Union City Kings became. And with affiliates of Creed, you are able to get that kind of background or that backdrop of what made what built the Union City Kings. Like, how did it start off? Where did the plan come from? Because like it just didn't happen. Um, I guess like people on my Patreon kind of know the prehistory of it, because there is a story on there that starts back from when they were in college and how everybody met.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get to see from Creed's point of view of like, this was the plan that I set in motion before he got locked up.
Right.
So Product of the Street is what you see almost like at the ending of what they built from the ground up.
Yeah. So just to spoil, because I'm gonna spoil just a little bit. Kenny and Creed are cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. Go from there. Go forth. I
Go
gave you.
for it.
Go forth with that.
Now, some people, I don't know why some people don't know that, or some people have not put that together. Creed has been used or has been around since book one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he does not come out of nowhere. Like, he's been spoken about since book one. So, if you don't know that or you don't remember that, you might need to do a reread and you'll probably pick up on some stuff that you didn't pick up on before. Because there's a lot of Easter eggs throughout the Product of the Street series that pops up in Creed's book.
But was that intentional always to okay, let's introduce him in the beginning of Pots, and then eventually his series will come about.
Right. It was always a thing. Like I always knew Creed would have a book. I always knew that he was going to eventually have a book. That's why when people kept saying like it could be more books in Product of the Street, which it could have been. I'm not gonna lie, it could have been more books to Product of the Street, but in starting in that genre to keep a long series going, people like to wait till the end. And if you're waiting till the end to read the series, then you're not picking up on new readers. And it's like, it'll just begin to be a stagnation of, okay, I'm waiting to read the end of this series, and I might not end the series until like 20 books later or something like that. So I made the conscious decision to just stop it at 5 books and pick it up later in Creed's series. So that way it's still the same universe. You're just getting a different perspective of what's going on through someone else's eyes and what they're doing.
But you do have some elements of horror because you got what's you got not the cemetery, you got the farm. You have the asylum.
I'll say, I'm not gonna say it's horror, more like thriller.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
More like a psychological thriller type feel. Because it does
ends badly
go a
for
far.
them.
It is It does go a little far. But I would like people to really think about this. Y'all know this stuff be happening for real. Like, it don't just come out of nowhere. Like, people be on some crazy stuff. We should all know this. So it's like, that's why when I get a lot of, oh, this is unrealistic, da da da, and I'm just like, just because you have lived in a bubble all your life don't mean anything. Like, so yeah, you get that thriller street type feel from it
What's
with
too far for me
erotica
though? What's too
layered in
far
there.
in your books though? What's too far? You be like, girl, I'm not never write that shit.
Mm, probably anything like graphic that leans more towards like grape or anything like that. I probably will leave it at like an insinuation or something like that, or you know that it happened. But I probably would never write it. And that's just my, like, I don't want to. So like, yes, it has happened before. Yes, it's in there, and like, but it'll be an insinuation of this is what happened, to where you know what happened, but you don't need the details of it. Like, I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
But
So
everything else, I mean, look at Maya.
and I was gonna ask you about that. I had the opportunity to read Red Flags a little early. And will Maya make an appearance? Can you say that?
Yes, she will make an appearance. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is
She'll
Keith
make an
coming back?
appearance. Is who?
Keith. Is he
No.
coming back? Is he done?
Well, I'm not gonna say he's not coming back. He pops up here and there, but you won't really see, just like how he popped up in Product of the Street. It'll be like that.
Okay.
That's why I kept saying that, like, their story was literally a side story of what was going on in their life. Like, it, yes, UCK kind of made appearances, or AOK kind of made appearances, but it was really just supposed to be about like the crazy stuff that was happening in their day-to-day life that had nothing really to do with street stuff, or what was going on with the kings and all that other kind of stuff. They were just regular people, and he just so happened to get caught up with a psycho chick. Just so happened. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying, Maya was batshit ass crazy. How you in the elevator? How you in the elevator? You done develop a whole relationship. How, Sway? How? You done
Listen, it is
develop a
delusional.
whole
It is delusional
relationship.
people out here, and she had a whole relationship in her head. She had a plan. It was mapped out.
But she thought that was claiming, let me go after what I want. She didn't know she was bordering on foolishness and mayhem, and she was stalking this man. She had a
Mm-hmm.
whole.
And he was clueless, and like I try to say to people, because they was like, "Come on now, he can't be this stupid." Blah blah blah.
Yes, he
They
can.
be listen. Yes, they can.
Yes,
Because
he
if they
can.
thinking with the wrong head, yes, they can.
It was crazy how she and I'm not okay. How can I say this without giving it away? It was crazy how she was trying to erase all elements of his former life.
Mm-hmm. Because in her mind, in her delusion, this is going to be my life. This is going to be my house. This is going to be my family. And that's just how it was going to be.
When she showed up at
Delicious.
that Baba house, I about passed
Hello.
out. I about passed out when she
I mean, we should have known something when she called. Like, girl,
what is you doing? This man
that girl was crazy.
as I'll get out. So yes, I'm excited to see
But yeah, just wait,
her
cause
with
she
this.
coming. Listen, when I say she coming back around,
It's coming big time.
it's coming bad,
Oh
bad.
Lord. I'm excited. I'm excited. Do you ever get excited about what's coming next in your books?
Always, because normally in my head, I'm already like 2 or 3 books ahead, so I already know what's coming, and I'm just like I'm writing to get to those points. So I was writing book one. I was writing to get to the CPAP. Now I done got with the CPAP. I'm over the CPAP.
The CPAP took me out. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen,
It was a CPAP for me.
the CPAP been in the works. I want to say I've known about the CPAP probably since like book 3 in Product of the Street, and and I'll die every time I think about it. I'd be like, what in the world would make somebody do something like this? And that's why I said Creed is. That's
Different.
why I'd be surprised at what come out his mouth.
Cause he don't
Cause
he
why
don't
would you do that?
care.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
It's the CPAP for me. It's
That
always gonna
man
be the
needs
CPAP
that
for
to
me.
breathe.
But you took something so simple that we use that we don't even talk about and made a whole thing about it. Who talks about a CPAP?
Because it was so hilarious to me. Like I do like when I think about stuff like this or what they're gonna do, it's completely hilarious to me. And so I'm writing to get to those certain parts just so I could laugh at how either they're gonna handle it or how they're gonna do it. And then I just sit there and kiki like me and this character is having a full blown conversation about why they doing what they doing. And I know that is a problem. But it is what it is. So I've known about the CPAP for a long time and I've been keeping it in for like a good 2, 3 years.
It's amazing to me that you take something so normal and something that people just don't talk about and create hysteria around it. It's amazing to me that you but that shows your gift of storytelling because you can take something that mundane and create a scene that we will talk about forever. That shows your gift. I'm just saying.
I'm
That
trying to tell
shows.
you, I just because I that's all I said. That's all I said when I text Storm. I was just like CPAP, and she just like I can't stand you.
It's the CPAP for me. It's the CPAP for me.
Yeah, that was it right there.
So now that y'all know what her catalog is like, and I came in on I saw one of your visuals, your ads on Product of the Streets. And I think you only had books 1 and 2 out. And so I'm just saying, just girl, go and read the book. That was the best decision of my life. I was in
Yeah, cause like
love.
it got a little play. It got a little play. When book 1 came out, But when book two came out, more and more people started reading. But when book three came out is when it really started, because I was going into a new genre, so nobody knew like how it would go, because they didn't know how long they were going to wait for books to come out, and they didn't know that I've been writing way before this. So once they seen book one, book two, book three was coming out in like a couple months apart, they were just like, let me just go ahead on and read this, and then get mad at me when it end in a cliffhanger. Like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. And they feel like I'm not doing it to make you want to read the next book. I'm doing it because that's just what happens. That's what happens in movies. That's what happens in TV shows. What do you think happens in season finale? Everything just ends tied up in a little bow. Don't nobody get pregnant at the end of the finale and find out that it's really not their husband is the baby father. Like, that's how it goes. That's how you stay immersed inside the world. And I don't think people see it like that. They just feel like, oh, why would you end us in a cliffhanger? Because it keeps you immersed inside that world.
But what's amazing to me is it's not, and no authors, if you're in here, this is no judgment to you, but it's not 160 pages. It's be 300-400 pages and ends on a cliffhanger. So it's not like you ain't got a full story. You got a full story. It's just more to say later. Who wants a
It's just
1,000-page
more to
book?
say later.
Right.
It's just more to say later. And yeah, I could keep going and write you a 700-800 page book, but it's still gonna be more to say. It's still going to be more to say, because like I said, it was created to be an entire world. You have characters that still have their story to tell, and they might start out as secondary characters, just like in my Deadly Secret series. Yeah, they'll start out as secondary characters, and then you realize that, oh no, wait, they're the main character here, because they do have a story to tell. Will that happen to everybody? No, they might just be that secondary, backup character or whatever that's always there but doesn't really have a full story with them. But for the most part, everybody in that city has a story. And that just proves the point with Keith and Justice, who are just a lawyer and an accountant inside of that world, but they still had a story.
Mm-hmm.
So it just keeps you like, what else is gonna happen in Union City? Can't nothing else happen in Union City? And then you go see Karma, and he got his own bank held hostage. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's always something going on because this other character is doing something else that relates to the story being told. Hey, yeah, Karma is wild. Karma is.
So, how important is for an author to share their voice? If that makes sense. Because I feel like even though we're putting it in books, is it important because to the world?
I think so. Because if you have a story to tell, I feel like it's important to tell that story. Because why not? We get one life. And if you have a story and you want your voice to be heard, even if it's by a small number of people, you never know what that is going to do for somebody else. I've had people contact me and say, hey, I was having a rough time throughout the year and these books really helped me get through it. Or I was sick and these books helped me to stop thinking about it. It could be anything. So you never know what your voice is going to do for someone else. They could absolutely hate it, but fell in love with something else in your catalog. So if you feel like you want to stop writing urban fiction or you want to stop writing paranormal and then focus on rom-com, do it. Do whatever you feel is going to make you happy, because it's going to be somebody out there that is going to love it and that's going to need it.
I agree with that. Out of your catalog, who is your book husband? Who's your book boyfriend? Who you smashing? And who you unaliving?
Out of my catalog?
Out of your catalog. And then we can go into other people's catalog.
Oh, no. Well, out of my catalog, of course, it's Michael. That's my husband.
Okay.
That's my husband.
And that's from?
Hitty probably would be the side piece because
he nasty.
We platinum. It's like
Raven, you scream platinum. Okay.
Platinum. Who would I take out? It's a lot of people in my catalog that I would like to take out.
Who got on their nerves the most?
Clarence.
Okay.
Like he really do get, like when I be right, like he really do get on my damn nerves. And that's a lot because I got some villains in my catalog. And they be doing the most. But Clarence is just so condescending and so like narcissistic that we know that it's somebody out there like Clarence. And it's like, if I could do what I did, if I could do what I did inside these books, yeah, he would be it. He would be one I had. Between him and Charles. Because Charles got on my last nerve.
Mine too.
Charles got on my last nerve.
Yeah.
Now, my other villains, my other antagonists, I like them. That's why they still around. Because...
But like you did, Damon, you're giving him a little redemption. Will there be a redemption for anybody in Product of the Streets? And is Ja really dead? Inquiry marks.
Girl, Ja is gone. That man ain't coming back. He's gone. There was a redemption in Product of the Street.
For?
Demar. Young Demar.
True.
Yep.
See that makes
and the guy from Red Flags, because Corinthian took him in.
True. That's true. And he's not like you. Whatever.
Corinthian stupid. Corinthian dumb.
So you have Conceited, Creed, Corinthian, and Chaos. Am I missing one?
Conceited, Creed, Corinthian, Chaos, Chaotic, Crimson, Karma. And then there's some others that's in there that just don't have K names, and Kamikaze, which if you don't know who Kamikaze is, if you didn't read Doctor's Orders.
See that? Okay, so I don't remember. I don't think that's where my focus was. But so I think I'm gonna spin the block. Because I felt like I've read Product of the Streets, that series, 3 times. And every time I read it, I feel like I missed something.
Listen, every time you read it, you're gonna find out something new.
Exactly.
People don't believe me when I say that, but I write so many minor details in my stories that when you do reread and you've read a new book, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, that ties back to such and such. So, like, you're always gonna find something. Kamikaze came in doctor's orders because he was a new doctor. He was the new trauma surgeon for the hospital.
So,
So that's where he came in.
so are you a detailed outliner or you just kind of write bullet points?
So I free write everything. I don't have any bullet points. I don't have no outline. I don't. I can't because if I try to use an outline or if I try to like stay in some type of structure, they will rebel because that's not what they want to do. They want to say what they gonna say when I start typing, and that's just how it's gonna be. If I try to be like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, it don't work.
How do
So
you
like
keep up
the
with your
plot and the
details?
I don't know, child. Like I don't know.
Because not many people can master keeping up with the details and bringing things back from book 2 into book 7.
I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer for that. I really do not know how I keep up with the characters or the details. It's, that's why I said Henny, like we got the same type of brain because everything is compartmentalized and it's just like, okay, I need to do this. And I also reread my books. To be like, okay, yeah, I remember this. This needs to happen here. Blah blah blah. But for the most part, it's probably all the characters in my head.
I'm not being nosy, Shelley. I'm asking questions. I'm just asking questions. If y'all don't want to
Like
know,
they
then don't
remember.
listen.
Listen, they'll remember, and they be like, "Well, remember I did this," and you like, "You right, you right." That's how it happens, child. Like no outline whatsoever.
So, one of my favorite questions is, and I'm going to say this, and you can feel however you feel. What's your idea of the great American novel, and do you feel like you've achieved it? Because I think you have.
Um, my idea of a great novel is something that makes you stop and think. Because if you're not really thinking deeply about the book, for me personally, if you're not thinking deeply about the book and the meaning behind the book, why are you reading? Like, I get that we read for entertainment and stuff like that, but for me, as I try to write, I always try to write some type of message inside of my book. And if you're not taking the time to read those words, understand those words, and really like develop a connection to the book, I feel like I failed at my job because that's what I feel like a great book is. You grab the connection to the reader and you pull them into your world.
I like that. Do you feel like you are achieving that?
Um,
And it's
I
okay to
think
toot your own
so.
horn.
I I see it sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, they really are into it, and then sometimes I'm like, they don't get it. So I guess it's half and half because there are some people who are just like, nah, I live in Union City, I own an apartment and everything, and I'm like, that's exactly what I was going for. Like, come on, you can come live in Delulu land with me. So it
Wait a
just
minute.
depends.
So wait. So when you first came out with this book, not realizing you were world building, for with book 1, we have a Union City down the street.
And listen, and this whole thing, when I was writing book 1, I never knew there was a Union City. I never knew how many Union Cities it was. And people are like, "Are you talking about this Union City?" I'm like, "I made
And
this
you was
up.
like,
Like this,
fool, this is made up. I was like, but we got one down the street. I'm looking for the hospital.
I'm like, I made this up. Like This ain't located nowhere. Like it's there. Like the
It's
only
3
thing I can
cities
give you
over.
is on the East Coast.
It's Union
But
City.
I did not know. Listen, I didn't even know it was a Union Memorial Hospital in my state.
Mm.
And I was like, why did I pick Union City? I don't even know where that came from.
But I
I
love
have
it
no
there.
idea.
Listen, I am a resident of Union City. I don't need to go to Del Mar. I don't. I stay my ass where I belong in Union City. I'm protected there.
Child, like, yeah, I did not know until people started telling me. And then I would get like tags and stuff of people like driving down the highway and it'd be a sign to be like Union City exit. And I'm like, oh, it is Union City's almost everywhere on every coast.
Mm-hmm. Down the street. Right down.
Down the
I told you.
street.
I said, girl, are you talking about this Union City? You was like,
That's what people
oh,
were saying. I was
this
like,
is made up.
I made it up. I just made it up.
I was
I
like,
don't
no, I
even
was
know
on
where it
my
come from.
way.
I ain't never seen Union City. I ain't never seen anything. I was just like, this gonna be Union City.
I'm
And then
screwed.
the people are gonna be Union City Kings. I don't even know where I got that from.
It works.
They just told me. I just listened because it just all started with I should tell this story about platinum. About and then it just evolved from there.
So, okay, speaking of platinum, so in parts 1 through 5, there is a line, the first sentence that you read that takes you off your feet. Why? Why?
Because it does. It does.
Not you
Okay.
scream until you scream platinum. Wait a minute,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
Think about it. Is that something that you will remember for the rest of your life if someone ever
Absolutely.
said that to you? There you go.
Absolutely. I love it. I was, wait a minute, what kind of book is this?
But like how would your mind go? Like your mind is like somebody just says that to you and you just like
I know you
I don't
fucking lying.
believe somebody just I know you lied. Like I don't believe somebody just said that. And so when I'm telling the story, they like, and what happened? The same way Tally was like, what? Yeah, that was me.
But
Like,
how? But she had to have like to explore, even though they was they was doing what they was doing. Tally and what's the sister name? Dea, Shandaya. They like to. They had a little wild side to them too.
right, because my Dia already seen this before. She was there way before Tally. She was around when all that was going down. And she's telling a story about what she saw before they even got there. So just imagine that's you and you are sitting in the car and your sister is telling you this story and that's the line that you hear. Are you gonna want to go find out
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But he must have known that she had some type of little wild side to her. Because after
I mean,
he was
I'm
up and
guessing.
stuck, even though she left, he still knew he was gonna go get her.
I mean, she had to have some type of wild side because she stuck to that agreement of when that poker tournament was won. She was just like, all right, I gotta do what I gotta do.
But
And you
then
just like,
Dea,
and he did give her an out though. He gave her an out. He was like, you don't have to do anything. You know, you could just take the money out. It don't really matter. She said, nah.
but Link they killed unalived. Sorry, he has unalived every boyfriend that Daya had.
Oh, eyes.
I mean, Oz. I'm sorry, Oz. Oz didn't care about nothing. He was like, "Oh no, she will not have a boyfriend," and she was none the wiser. None.
None the wiser. Well, he didn't stop her from having a boyfriend. He just waited until they did something and knocked them off. He was just eliminating, eliminating the competition. He was still letting her live her little life.
But then
He was the
when they
best.
came back,
He was the best friend and all that.
I can't. I can't with you. So, what's your perfect writing setup?
It varies. Sometimes I need it to be completely quiet. Other times I need like something going on in the background. So I just move around. If I'm in my office, that's when I just need complete silence. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want nobody around me. And that's more along the lines when I'm like trying to create a plot. Any other time I need something going in the background, so on TV or something, and it has to be something like horror, paranormal, or some type of documentary going. And then I have my laptop, and then my tablet, and then my Kindle, all like mapped out in front of me while I'm writing. Because sometimes I have to look back into my other books just to make sure I'm getting the details right, or a name is spelled correctly, or like a city that was mentioned, because I want everything to make sure that it stays lined up.
Okay.
And then I can have something else open somewhere else. So I need a lot of room and a lot of gets and gadgets. So that's my perfect setup.
What's
Just leave
your,
me alone if you see me with a keyboard.
so I've talked to other authors. What's your main preference in developing your story? Is it developing the characters or is it developing the plot? What's more
The
important?
characters for me. To me, it's the characters because the characters are going to build the connection with the reader. The plot is going to happen once you know the character. For me, because you're going to know what was their life like, what kind of trouble are they into, what are they into, and then you're able to build a plot around that. But the character is like the main start in detail that I have to have down. I don't care if it takes me 24 hours to figure out a name. I will not start writing until I have all those details. So I'm
Okay.
like, okay, what's his name gonna be? I don't know. And so I sit there until I end up getting a name. And then once I have a name and like maybe a profession or something that they're doing or a hobby or something like that, then the day and the plot just comes after. And I'll be like, oh.
But when you, to me, I agree with you as far as character development. You have to develop your character because if the character is shallow and you get to that part, you're gonna be like, so
You're not gonna care. You're not gonna care about the plot if the character is one dimensional.
do
Because
you
you're gonna be
put
like,
as
so
but do you put as much time in developing the female characters as you do the male characters?
I probably put in more time in developing the female characters because they have to stand apart from the male characters. Most of the time, readers are always going to gravitate to the male characters because they're book based or whatever. Um, but you kind of have to have at least one or two of the female characters some type of complex personality or situation or something that happened so people want to know their story. want to know, why were they doing that, blah blah blah. Um, so I kind of focus more on the backstory of my female characters and like who they are, how they feel safe, what they want from this main male character. It's just the male characters have bigger, more dominant personalities. Unless it's somebody like Chantel, because she can outshine some people.
But she outshining, and her and Mala is doing the most.
The most. Yeah.
They are doing the most.
So
And I can see why they're best friends. I can see
so
why they're best.
it depends. It depends. Like I try to give everybody the same attention and the time. That's why I try not to put so many relationships in one book at a time because every relationship is complex, especially with characters like that because all of them deal with mental issues. And you want to make sure those mental issues are represented correctly and are dealt with in some kind of way, while also saying it's okay to have these issues and get it taken care of. Even though that therapist is crazy too, but at least they seeing somebody.
If you could be best friends with a female main character, who would it be? Because I have mine.
What's a female main character? Probably Crescent, because she's stupid. Like,
Come on, Jesus Jerome Price.
it would
Yes.
be between Crescent and Whisper. Because
Why
Whisper
Whisper?
is low key. Whisper is low key a comedian.
She is.
And you ain't got to worry about nothing if you would Whisper. Because who running up on you?
Whisper. I like that. I like that answer. I like that answer. But Crescent is probably be my best friend.
Cause she crazy and hilarious.
Shit. She didn't care about nothing. She did. She was like, I'm a rapper. I could rap. I could do this. But I love the fact. I loved how she loved Francesca. I love. She was like, you nothing wrong with you, baby. I got you.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. She was hot too. She was hot at that baby mother.
baby.
Like, you ain't gonna tell me my child is not crazy
At all.
She crazy, but she not. You ain't gonna tell her she crazy.
Go to war behind that baby. Go to war.
But yeah, like Crescent is just that character that she gonna go to war for you if need be, and she gonna pop somebody. Like she gonna give you a chance, just like how she popped Pamela at the hospital. Like, child.
That say I love her. He had no interaction. She sat on his lap one time. He said, I love her.
But he told her in book 5, he was like, man, I was watching you way before that. Like, since you started at the hospital.
He ain't playing.
But he was scared to say something. And
he crazy and everything else, and he was scared.
And Henny crazy ass was messing with her the whole time, knowing he was in there watching.
So let me ask you.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand, how people don't see that. Because like he said this in book 5, and Henny been messing with Crescent since book 1, and he's never really said anything to Henny at all. But when it comes to Link or Sanchez, he got a whole full-blown problem. So I don't understand why people saw that coming out the blue, because it really didn't.
Why? Because what? I still don't get the why would Link? Because he's the Black Wolf. They like to share. Sorry for the people that haven't read a spoiler. They like to share.
He said no, absolutely not. Because he is the Black Wolf. And he already know how the Black Wolf get down. And in his head is like, you ain't about to do no magical horse D around up in Myth with your mask on, not over here, not on my time. Like, no. But him and Henny had that relationship, that type of relationship previously, which was seen in book 1. But he just backed off with the whole Tally situation because he saw the way that Henny was looking at Tally. That's why he was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk away. Because normally it's both of them that are doing that. But he walked away that night. So it was always a thing like that.
Okay. Were you surprised the traction the mango got? Were you surprised about the mango?
I don't even know why I did it. I didn't think. I thought people was really like they was gonna say something about it or whatever. Like, oh my god, the mango. But I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Really?
I didn't. To me, I thought it was just funny. Like, yo, how you gonna do that with a fruit? I don't even know why I wrote it. No, I do. I seen that video of that dude eating that mango, and I was like, man, I'm about to write. like, how you eat that mango like that?
You know, you got people identified as mangoes.
But other than that, it was just funny to me. Half the time, it's just funny to me. Oh yeah, but they ain't get to that one yet.
I ain't got to the orange yet. Now I've had the peach, the mango, the peach, and the watermelon. But listen. Okay, let me ask you another question. Did you think that Fax's proposal to Crescent or marriage was going to gain that type of traction?
I just thought people was gonna be like, no, he's crazy. Like, he's wild for that. But you had people like, that's how I'm trying to get proposed to. Like,
no, that wasn't a proposal. That was a marriage ceremony. That wasn't a proposal. That was a marriage ceremony.
But he was so sweet. Like, he was really romantic.
Was he?
Fax is a romantic.
Was he?
I'm just saying.
In his mind, yes.
Did you see that ring? That butterfly ring, the time he took to make sure that it was perfect for her?
Yes, but I'm not saying he does not love her.
Right, Waver. He is romantic.
Okay.
Glee crazy.
Yes. It's the second part. Crazy.
See? He said, I am romantic.
We know that you're romantic, but we know your ass is crazy for reading. We know this, sir. We know this. But when he put, I don't want to give it away, so read it. I'm gonna implore you, for those that don't mind multiple points of view, and you don't, and you like to learn a little bit about stuff, because if you look in your trigger warnings, you explain all.
It's right there. What? I do.
Why do you get so much backlash with the trigger? You put it in the trigger warnings. At what point do they not understand?
Because people, either they don't read it or they just go based off of somebody else just loving it, and they don't take the time to see exactly what kind of book this is. Like, people feel like they can.
Cover. Not on your cover, but on
they can just. People just feel like they can just go in and just like they supposed to instantly like something when you don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know. I
I
try to listen. I tell people. I tell people all the time. Don't fall for the hype. Don't fall for the hype. It's got to be something that you like. Like, don't read it because somebody else reading it. Read it because you want to read it. Read the synopsis. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't read the trigger warnings. A lot of people don't look at the comments or videos or something like that. They just see everybody talking about it and be like, oh, I'm just going to read it. And then you read it and it's not something you like because you don't like multiple point of views. You're looking for romance and there is none because it's erotica story.
And their idea of romance is not the typical idea
of romance.
Their idea of romance is altogether different. It's running through the woods.
That's what I'm saying.
Take
like,
it off your clothes. You just take it back to the house before I get there. What the fuck?
It's different. And it's just like, you might not like that. Or you might think that who does this? Or this is corny. But how? People out here doing this. Like, people out here living this. And just because you don't or you don't know people that do, don't make it less than what it is. Like,
or do you don't have to like not, or do you know people you just don't know that they do?
Exactly. Like, you don't gotta like it, but you don't gotta trash it neither. Just put the book down and go find something else. It ain't for you. Like, I try to say this to people. It's not for you. Okay, great. It's not the greatest thing you read in the world. Okay, great. Then go find something that's the greatest thing that you've read. Like, nobody's stopping you. It's the disrespect. Yeah,
it is. It's the disrespect that is given because every book you're not going to enjoy. I just recently received an ARC, and it wasn't for me. And I sent him a message back and said, "Dear sir, this wasn't for me." I said, maybe the writing is great. And it was. The writing falls in line. The story tells well. It just wasn't a subject matter that I wanted to read. I said, I didn't read past this. And this is why. The subject matter was a little too heavy. I said, and maybe I'm coming off of something and I'm not ready to read this right now. But, and just know this you probably are going to get a little flack for this type of book because it was a heavy subject matter that will probably piss women off if you're looking for those girls.
Right.
So, yeah. Other than that, he said, well, thank you. And that was it. You know,
that's all that it has to be. Some stuff just isn't for people. Like, it's a lot of books that just wasn't for me. Either it wasn't for me or wasn't in the mood to read it, or I just didn't resonate with the book, and that is what it is. I'm not going to tell somebody else not to read it.
Right.
My first thing is read it yourself, because it might be good to you. It might be something that you love. And who am I to stop that from somebody?
And like, people just
don't. Yeah, people just don't take out the time to actually do any critical thinking, and that's probably the problem. People don't know how to critical think anymore, and they just spew out whatever they think and calling it opinion when that's not an opinion. If it's going to be an opinion, then you have to be able to receive other people's opinions of your opinion.
Right.
So if you can't do that, then you need to keep it to yourself. That's that. Like, it's not that hard. Because I tell you quick, yo, DNF. Even if it's my book, I don't know, I couldn't get into about DNF. Move on to something.
And it's okay.
Life too short. Like, life is too short. DNF it. Move on to something you like.
Well, it's weird to me that, I mean, I know everybody don't like my taste, and when I do my reaction videos or when I do my reviews, and if it's something that I know is going to be a touchy subject with people, if you don't like this is not the book for you. Like I'm getting ready to do a video, put out a video
Mm-hmm.
for 7, and I was like, if you don't like polyamorous, multiple, you know that what that means,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't
Then
like,
this is not the book for
this ain't
you.
for you. This is a retelling. This is not, you know, something. This is not the Disney classic at
Right.
all. At all.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know,
So,
people don't get it. Like I have to be in a mood to read romance. And if you ask me to read your book and it's romance and I'm not in the mood to read that, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going, oh, this book was terrible. I just don't, it just wasn't for me at that time. That don't mean I'm not going to circle back and try. And even if it's still not, I probably know somebody who actually would love it. And I'm going to tell that person, hey, you probably would like this. Check it out and see.
and
This
there's
the type of
nothing wrong
trope it
with
is. I
that.
know that's what you, right. This the type of trope it is, and I know that you read that trope. They
And
saying it's good.
I'm just gonna ask y'all, stop reading 3 chapters and doing full reviews on Amazon and Goodreads, giving it a 1 star. That's not fair. That's not fair to the author. That's not fair to the readers, because even though they may take your book, Rex, they may take that book and it might be a really good book for them. Don't do that. You didn't properly give the book a chance.
Yeah,
Stop doing
yeah.
that.
Like if you need that needs to be stated. Like because people are gonna think that you read the whole book and you didn't read one chapter, or or less, and you're leaving a review based on something you never finished. And I've seen that a lot,
Asking
especially when they
questions
try to
that's
say
answered in the book.
especially when they try to say there's no plot. And that's how I know you didn't read or know me as an author. Because one thing you're gonna get is like 8 plots. Now if you didn't understand it, that
That's
ain't got nothing to
different.
do with me. Like I can't help you with that. But you can't, what I'm not gonna do is sit back and allow you to lie on my work. So you will get a response. You might not like it, you might get mad, whatever, whatever. I'm not going to allow you to lie on me. So, like, that's just is what it is. And I understand you have to protect your brand, you have to do all this. And to me, protecting my brand is making sure that other readers know that is a lie. That is not how my book is or how it goes. If you want to know the truth, you can either read it for yourself or you could ask someone else. I'm like, but I'm not going to sit there and let my name be lied on. I worked too hard and too long to get to where I am for somebody who's read a chapter and a half to lie on my work. I'm just not doing it. So it'll be on you. You want to come back at me and you make it public, I ain't got nothing to do with what nobody come and say to you.
Because that's on you. You the one who put it out there.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Um, you did a book box for POTS and the special doctor's orders. My man, my man, my man. Um,
I'm so done.
I know that was an experience for you because you're a one band company. But I just wanted to say this, not so much how you felt about it, but I appreciate you for the communication that you gave. If it was coming
Thank you.
slow, you made sure you communicated with us. I remember when Darrell told you, hey, I moved, and I think she had to do a change of address or whatever because she had to move
Mm-hmm.
abruptly. You stayed in constant contact with her. We still talk about that. Customer service is
Yeah, because
so
you know that
important.
it's a big thing. It really is a big thing. Like, I encourage authors. It might get on your nerves. You might get frustrated, but constant communication and just being transparent and being upfront goes a long way. Of course, you're gonna have some, but for the most part, as long as you're upfront and transparent about everything, make sure you answer people back. It goes so much smoother.
And it's never
And
snarky. It's
all
like,
I
oh,
ask
come
is just
on.
read.
Right.
Yeah, like that's all I ask from people. I'm gonna send you stuff. You're gonna get notifications. Just read, because all your questions is already answered.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna answer you, but if you email, I'm still gonna answer it. But you could have had that answer if you would have just took the time to either read the newsletter, read a post. You would know your answers to that. Like, I try to make it clear, listen, I'm one person, I'm doing stuff. I also receive back orders. I might receive a shipment of books that are completely damaged, and I got to get a refund for that and reorder. So that means a longer wait. And then it's the holiday time. Like, I don't have control over every single aspect. So if I'm waiting, then you have to wait. I'm waiting just like everybody else. Even if I already had all my supplies here, you run out. I try to accommodate people.
Right.
People that just found out, that came in and are just like, but I didn't know about this. I really wanted to get, I tried to do that just because I get it. I understand. You just have to have patience. I give people like instant gratification. I made a post today. I'm like, if that's you, just don't do it, please. Like, cause people don't understand how hard it is to make sure you're doing all this while you're still writing, while you still have a life, while you're still ordering stuff, while you still have to do back end things. Like, at times, I'm probably getting like 2, 3 hours of sleep and still trying to do all this and still sending out shipments. Like, we go through a lot. Authors do a lot behind the scenes, and most of the time, it's
It's
just
just
us.
them. I mean, everybody does not have the luxury to have a team yet. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody has that luxury. It's coming, but they might not have the luxury right now. You have to give them a little grace, just a bit. You know,
Yeah,
they don't
y'all.
mind
We
you
not
asking questions,
Amazon.
but just because you ordered the book on Tuesday, don't think you're supposed to get it on Wednesday. It don't work like that.
Like, listen, we not the printing press, and we not Amazon, UPS, or FedEx. Like,
Right, right,
we just like y'all. Even if you order early, like, even if we pre-order early, before we even do pre-orders, we're going to run out. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna pick up a book and it's gonna be damaged somehow. And me personally, I'm not gonna send you that. If something's missing, I'm gonna wait for that item to come in because I want what I put out to be as perfect as it's gonna be. So I'm not gonna shortchange you. I'm gonna make sure you get what you pay for. And it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take, it's gonna get done. You're gonna get your order.
right, right. Just be patient. Have a little grace. If you feel like you need a little bit more communication, there's a right way to send email or a message to her and just say, "Hey, I'm just kindly checking on the status of my order. What should I expect?" I'm sure she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
respond. But you don't be like, well, I ordered on Tuesday and buy and this and that. And if you was Amazon, I'm not Amazon.
Child.
That'll have to be
Like
nasty.
I be like,
Take
I'm just
your
looking.
tone.
I'm looking at it like I get it. Okay, I get it. But that's not how. That's like you don't want to speak to somebody that way. You wouldn't want to be spoken to that way. So if I come off like you come off like that, and then I come off ignorant, what is that solving? It's still not solving the issue. Like it's just not. It's a way for communication to work, and it's easy to just ask a question without being condescending or ignorant about it. One way or another, I'm going to answer you. Most of the time, I answer people immediately if I can. If I'm awake or if I'm not busy, I'm going to answer you. But I'm going to get back to you and let you know what's what. Because I would want to know. So, yeah, like, right, Jackie. You don't want the Capricorn response. Their first response, you don't want that.
Listen. I be wanting to respond for her. I do. And it don't be right. Don't be right. My responses don't be all the way right. I have to breathe. I have to breathe.
You gotta
Other
breathe
people I
through
can
it.
answer well, but sometimes when y'all be coming at the people that I hold dear, y'all be so sideways. I be wanting to say stuff and I know that I can't. So I know I talk in my group chat and I say all the things that I want to say before I put it online. Because you do realize it lives forever when you put it on the internet.
It
Even if you
does.
delete it, somebody that screenshotted something.
You're right. Yeah, somebody screenshot something, somebody showing something. That's why I make sure I be like, listen, you can go ahead and screenshot this and pass it around because I said what I said. I'm not like it is what it is. Like,
I'm just saying.
and half the time I put it out myself. I'll just put it up myself. Like this is exactly what I said.
Yep.
And this is exactly what I mean.
And that.
And that's it.
And that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few more questions so I can give you back your day. I want to make sure I answer all the questions before we go into these last few questions. Oh, character names. How do you choose your character names so that they're memorable in front for the masses? Because I'll be like, hey.
Girl, like for real, I will sit here all day and all night going through lists and lists and lists of names until one just jumps out and be like, hey, that's my name. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. Go from there. And then as far as the K's go, I have no idea. Like Karma was just Karma. He was easy. Um Everybody else, they just stepped up and was like, well, this is my name. This is my name. Like, authors don't be kidding when they be like, the characters, they tell you what to say. Or they'll tell you about themselves. And that's why sometimes we be like, oh, I really don't know how that happened. The character just, because we literally will be just writing exactly what they're saying in our head.
Girl, you do a good job. Oh, I do have this question, and I'm curious. You write different body types, skin tones, hair textures. What's your idea of beauty, and how do you put that in your books? Why is it important for you to put that type of person in your book?
I feel like me personally, I want a variety of different looks, body types, skin tones, hair texture, hair color, length, however you move, because beauty is subjective to people. And you may be beautiful to one person and not to another, but what I always want to focus on is the beauty of that person's personality, like how they treat others. Like, cause like take Link, he got, you know what Mala looked like, but his range of who he's attracted to is totally different than that or whatever. Yeah, he messes with Crescent, but it was how she took care of Cece was what he was attracted to, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolute sense.
So it's just like, it to me, beauty isn't really about the look, it's about the person. So you could be beautiful and be ugly, because Ty wasn't ugly, but she had an ugly personality.
Mm-hmm.
So that just made her terrible looking. You know what I mean? Like Roman, he definitely wasn't ugly, and neither was the cartel. So it's the personalities for me.
Marvin was ugly as hell.
Don't talk about Bob, child. That was my boy.
Marvin won't be out. Marvin said, I'm gonna put my son up here. I don't give a damn. I've made some deals.
Marvin and Teddy.
Woo!
Teddy and his chaps. But yeah, it's the personality for me. Is what makes the person. Y'all leave Marvin alone.
Marvin won't be down. He won't be down. I was like, Marvin got to DIE. Go somewhere, sir.
Marvin lived through
Forever.
all the books till Marvin got all the way to book 5.
I was shocked. But somebody had to make it, so I guess it was Marvin. Okay.
Read it, child.
What are your 4 Mount Rushmore authors or writers?
Lord, I don't even know. Cause y'all, like, I don't know, people don't probably don't even realize this or really know that about me. Like, what I mainly read is like sci-fi fantasy stuff. Yeah, like I
But
like
what's your
that.
Mount Rushmore? They might want to read those authors. Who knows?
I don't know.
You only
I
get 4.
guess I don't know. Like if I could do anything, and it'll never happen, but it would be L.A. Banks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one.
Yeah, like she would be number one, because that's just when you see everything. Like you just like, oh my god, she writing like what I like to look at, stuff I like to read or whatever. Then you got, of course, Stephen King, James Patterson, like books like that I'll read, and Jonathan Mayberry. Like, y'all want to know where fight scenes and stuff come from? It's because I read a lot of military sci-fi, and they be having some wild pew pew scenes in there or whatever, or fight scenes. And to me, I see it like as a movie, so that's how I'm able to write it like that. It's because I read that type of stuff.
Okay. If you can induct 3 authors into the Author Hall of Fame, dead or alive, who would it be?
Definitely L.A. Banks. Definitely. Octavia Butler, because she, yeah, Like she opened the door for black authors, like as far as like with the horror and paranormal and stuff like that. And so she's definitely, yeah, her. And hmm, I'm gonna say probably Jerome Dickey, because when I was younger, like he was one of the first. Oh, they ain't had no business reading, but it is what it is. Like to open my eyes to like we could really be out here writing. Like his stuff is
Mm-hmm.
in Costco or in BJ. Like, you know, you just see the books like on a rack, and I'm just like, oh, that's a black guy. Like, oh, he write. We can write this type of stuff too. So I would say him
What
because
series
I was
was
just picking
that?
up his books.
What series was that? Where he was Gideon, the Gideon series. That's probably one of my favorite series. But I love him as
Like
an
he
author.
just, I do too. Like he it just. Yeah, like I remember it vividly. Me and my one of my friends, we ain't had no business look reading these books now because we was young. Like I think we were at like somewhere like a BJ's or a Sam's Club or something like that, and they just had like just books everywhere, and we picked up every last one of Jerome Dickey books
Mhm.
to read because we was just so fascinated in seeing stories with us in it that
Right.
didn't have that wasn't like be more careful or wasn't like it was totally different. It was regular, not regular, but just like a normal book with black characters. And you're just like, this plot be good. Like
Yep.
like I loved his writing. So he definitely was up there with them three.
Okay. If you can invite 5 authors or writers to dinner, who would they be? Dead or alive?
Girl, the way I like being around people. Child, I would need Jerome Dickey. I would need L.A. Banks because I may have questions. I want to talk to Stephen King because I want to write something wild. So I would definitely want to talk to him.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely would want to meet Octavia Butler because I need to talk to her about some of them books and see where her mind was at because I just need to know. And I probably would actually want to meet Anne Rice
Okay.
just because that like started my fascination of vampires was when I read Interview with the Vampire.
Okay. Okay. Um, did I ask you about success?
I
I
don't
don't
think
think so.
so.
What's your idea of success? And do you feel like you've achieved it?
Um People that I guess I feel like success for me is people that want to read and they actually understand. When somebody tells me I reread this book 6 times, to me that success because you should want to read your favorite book however many times you want to read it. If you can do a one and done and forget it, then I wasn't memorable. Then I didn't succeed in like fully pulling you in to my world with me. So to me, that's success when I hear a person say, hey, I've read this book 8 times and I'm about to read it again. I feel like I've accomplished something. Like I feel like I've gotten to this height of I finally made this story how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm okay with that. Do you feel like you're successful?
I feel like I am, and then at the same time I don't. because it don't feel real.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I mean, you can ask anybody. I'll be like, I don't know why these people
You got people like me.
messaging me or say, or telling me like, "Oh my God, it's not so nice to meet you." I'm like, who is me? Because I'm the same
The
regular
creator
person.
of some masterpieces. No, no,
Girl,
no, no, no. We're gonna give you your flowers.
look,
Now you can say you not, but we're gonna give you your flowers.
because no, for real, I'd be seriously like, girl, what? Mm-mm.
I just think
I talk to
that
everybody like they
you do. You are
like you my
very
friend.
humble, very humble, very humble, very friendly, very inviting. Unless you come in sideways, then
That's
you
it.
get
Like, long
that
as you
other person.
respectful, even if you asking me something just wild, as long as you come respectful with it, I don't have a problem. I'm gonna always answer.
I ask questions. I was like, "Girl, what does that Jacob ladder feel like?" Wait a minute. So, Union City down by? Are you talking about the Union City down the street? Girl, I know she was like, "Bitch, is something wrong with you?" Absolutely something wrong. I'm in Delulu, I'm trying to go
Nah,
to.
I get random messages. I get random messages all the time, and I don't know. I don't think nothing. I just answer back because why not?
I'm screaming. Um, Girl, I got pages of notes, if as you can tell.
Not pages.
Girl, I got pages. If you can describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Crazy.
Mhm.
Not you were gonna agree.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
I listen. I do be trying to tell people. I be really trying to tell people, but they half the time they think I'm joking. I'm like, no, for real.
I'm not gonna say you're crazy, like in a sense of you're unbalanced. I'm saying
Mm-mm.
and you might be, but that's not what you portray to us. You're crazy, and your pen don't have no limit, and you don't mind going to hell and back to create a scene, to define a
Yeah.
character, to create that plot twist that gonna make you want to jump off the bridge.
Not jump off the bridge. No, but I mean, yeah, you could say that. I would say imbalanced, but you can go ahead and say it's the pen.
I mean, somebody got to think of it.
You can say that, but no, seriously, probably just in one word, thankful.
I love that. I love that.
I'm always just thankful that people want to read because I've always written, and it's just wow, you really want to read this? Wow, you really enjoy reading this, and that makes me happy either way. Like being able to do something that you love is very rare in this life, and people enjoying it just makes it better.
Do you feel like this is your destiny to this was always your destiny to be
I think
an
so.
author?
I think so. Um, I was afraid of it for a long time. I didn't want to like throw it all on there or throw it out there. I was kind of forced into being a full time author. But it was always in the back of my mind. It was always something that I knew I wanted to be and wanted to do. It was just scared to do it.
Can you just speak to real quick? And I know that I said this was the last few questions, but this just crossed my mind. One of the things that I love that you do is, although you are creative and you write the stories that you write and you produce the books that you produce, you're also a business person. You're always creating ideas about, I got a coloring book. Yes. You get blankets and cups and merchandise. You are a business person. You create things to create so that your business can thrive. You have to make decisions. You have to market, which you do. You can have videos, promo videos, which how you got me. Can you speak to that? For authors that who are starting out or just don't know or feel like I don't have time to do all that. How important is it?
So the number one thing is promotion. And that is probably next after writing your book, the most important thing that you can do. That is the one thing you have to constantly make time to do if you want to be successful. Everything else kind of just falls in place, but one big thing is you listen to your readers. You listen to what they're asking for. When they start asking you for merch or start asking you what you have for merch, then you start moving in that direction. Like, what are they looking for? You want something that's going to be focused towards the readers or what the customer is asking for. And it doesn't have to be a lot, it doesn't have to be huge, but it's something that the reader can hold on to because they love that series so much or they love this character so much. But the main focus, even starting out as a new author, will always be promotion, no matter how you do it. Even if you make one video a week, that is the one constant thing that you have to do. Because not everybody's going to read your book. I still find people that haven't read my books because they knew nothing about it. But then one random day they seen a video and now they want to know because of promotion. So you got to keep that up. Word of mouth is the biggest promotion, but you also have to do your part to grow your or to get your success. It just doesn't just happen. Like, you have to put in the work. So you can't get mad if you're like, nobody's buying my book, nobody's reading my books, if you're not putting in the work for people to find your book.
Right. Right. I say that all the time. You have to promote the book. I do.
Yeah,
and
do.
I say that because I want to see this community thrive. You cannot say nobody reads my books, but you don't post anything. You don't go live. You don't do Q&As. You don't go across more than just TikTok. You have to be on Facebook. You have to be on Instagram, Threads. You have to be everywhere. You know, the days of selling out of the trunk is a little different. You can still sell out your trunk, but you're only selling to one geographical area. If you want to reach the world, you have to promote.
You do. You have to promote. Like, I still get surprised when I have people that from anywhere part of the world that's not the United States. And you're like, oh, you're reading it over there, Germany or wherever. It's still a shock. And it does come from promotion.
You gotta talk about
that's your like the number one. Yeah, that's number one.
And so don't be afraid.
New author, aspiring author, talk about your work. Hype your work up.
If you're not sure, find you a mentor. Somebody that has done it that don't mind being a mentor. They'll tell you if it's good or not. Yeah. Find you some ARC readers. They'll tell you, but get you a couple of beta readers, test readers. They'll tell you if it's good or not.
Just when you going in and you're doing test readers, beta reads, ARC reads, I implore you to put in some type of, you could say, a contract or some type of agreement.
NDA, a contract.
You need something so your work isn't stolen or isn't published, or you need something in place before you do that. I don't care if you've known this person for however long. You need something in place. So just don't go out there like, hey, I want these hundreds of people to read.
Right.
Make sure you have something set in place to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing you want to do, is always protect yourself and always protect your work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah.
Make sure she gems. Gems. I think that's all the questions. Let's do a little bit of this or that, and then we're gonna call it a day for you. This or that. Print or audio?
Audio.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Romance or fantasy?
Fantasy.
I knew that. Plot or characters?
Plot.
Thrillers or mystery?
Thriller.
Okay. Surprise ending or reading ahead?
Surprise ending.
Physical books or Kindle?
Kindle.
Books or movies?
Books.
Stay at home or go out? I already know this one.
Stay home, child.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Country living or city living?
I can't do both. Like both. Medium.
Street lit or horror?
Horror.
Short story or full novel?
Novel.
Quiet or music?
Music.
Happy ending or an unlikely ending?
Happy ending.
Okay. Well, that's it for me. I got more questions, but I'm not gonna take your whole day because I'll just send you a message.
Yes, I mean.
So, what's next for you?
We have Creed's book coming out, so book 2 will be coming out, and then I'm actually gonna take a little break and work on some Patreon stories and decide if I'm going to put out one of those stories, and I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm trying to debate, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting ready for the release that comes out next week, for Creed and Conceited, Stacy and Mina, and it's gonna be a ride. That's all I'm gonna say. It's going to be a ride.
And that comes out on December 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It was supposed to come out on the 11th. I moved it up, so I hope y'all ready.
I'm not, but I'm girl, I'm in that thing. I don't care if I am writing. I'm gonna read
that. It's gonna be. You just gonna have to read it. That's all I got. You gonna have to read it. I'm not gonna give no spoilers.
Well, we had a CPAP in this last one, so we don't know what we're gonna get.
They crazy. It's wild. It's still, it's still fast paced. That every book the kink level goes up. So be prepared.
And you're gonna be outside next year.
I'm gonna be outside.
Where you gonna be?
I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be in Vegas at the end of February for the Boozy Book Tour, so I'll be there. I'm doing the Chocolate City Fest in DC in the summertime, and I believe I want to say it's in November. I'm gonna be at the fantasy fairy book event.
What, Storms?
Not
Or
Storms, because I think Storms is in 27.
yeah, hers is in 27. It's another one.
Yeah, but it's another one. Yeah, it's another one. And I'm trying to remember where it is. I want to say it's in North Carolina, but I'm not sure yet. But I am supposed to be definitely in Vegas and definitely in DC next year.
Guess where you go see me? In Vegas.
In Vegas.
I don't listen. This lady know I'm that shit. That's crazy. I pre-ordered the Brothers That Bite. I said somebody gonna be there to pick it up.
Storm was so hot. Storm said, "Who these for?"
I be at all the events, not physically, but I be there. Listen, when you follow your faves and you want to know where they are, you try to get their books. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of your book besties is gonna be somewhere you not. I got Darrell right
Girl.
now. She's at she's at Orlando at Jacquel's book signing because she lives in Florida. Oh, go get
Oh
my book.
Lord.
4 books. Get these books, lady.
Girl, you wasn't the only one. You was not the only one.
Hey.
But Storm said, I know daggone well she ain't order all these books. I said,
I
yes, she did, and here you go. And handed it right on over.
And we're playing not one lick. Not one lick. If let's see, how can I word this question? If if you could suggest a book that is not as popular as some of the rest, what book would it be so that people can go read it? That's really good to you.
Lord, why can't I remember the name of this daggone book?
I'm gonna need y'all to go read Red Flags too.
Oh man, Red Flags was crazy
as hell.
I don't think it's in here. And I know you read it. I know you read it.
Probably. That's what I do.
But definitely, they definitely need to. As long as they stay away from my man.
Yes, and y'all do need to go read Oxygen by Cola T.
Right. That's what I'm about to say. As long
that
y'all can read it,
so good.
Just leave Richard alone. I don't care what y'all do about everybody else. Just leave Richard where he at. I thought I had a copy in here, but I don't have one in here. But I don't care what y'all do. You can go read Oxygen and you can fall in love with it. It's a triad. It's a triad love story with some thriller, some mystery, some people you gonna hate with a passion. But just stay away from Richard. That's all I'm asking.
Can I ask a question? You sent me a message, and I think it was that book. You said, I need you to read a book by an unknown author. Would you read it? And I was like, sure. Were you shocked that people were like, oh, okay? Well, Ebowson said she recommended it.
I was shocked that people read it because they didn't know who it was. And then I figured out a lot of people was intrigued because they didn't know who it was. And that was like the reason why they wanted to read it, because they was like, well, who the hell is this? First of all, you sending it to me? All right, so who is this? And then when they got it, they just like, this is not what I expected.
At all. None whatsoever. None. But I was like, she's sending me a book by an unknown author. I was like, who the author? But I try real hard because I know you get these questions all the time. And I know if I say, girl, who this offer, you will probably be like, girl, it's X, Y, and Z. I want to be as surprised as everybody because little do y'all know, I don't be in they inboxes like that. Only person inbox I'll probably be in more than most is Toya, Latoya Nicole. But I have access to be in their inbox, and I try not to abuse that. I just wish that y'all who be trying to reach out and be crazy, y'all don't do that. I be surprised. Be wanting to know. You don't have to always have the book first. Have I ever asked you for a book? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever asked for a book. I could ask,
No.
and she could say no, and I'd be like, okay. But that's I feel like that's taking advantage of my platform. When I'm supposed to have it, I'll have it, and when you're supposed to have it, you'll have it.
That is true.
That's that. So
That's true. That's true.
make sure y'all understood that. Just because I'm a podcaster, don't mean that I have stuff early. Every now and then I'll say, hey, can you send me this? So I have something to read before I speak with you, so I know what your writing style is like if I can't find it. But a lot of times I'll go on there, I'll buy the book myself. I don't ask for things free. If you send it to me, you send it to me. If you don't, you don't. My feelings are not hurt one way or the other. I don't know why y'all feelings be hurt. Get up out of that. I mean, but for real, right? My feelings are not hurt if I don't get something, an advanced copy on something. My feelings are not hurt if I'm not invited to something. My feelings are not hurt if you say, girl, this book not for you. I trust what you're saying. You know, I have my
like I try to spread it out, like, because half the time it be a surprise. You just get an email, you be like, what the hell, girl? Why you send me this daggone? You know, I'm in the middle of doing this, and that. I do it to Tasha all the time, and she be hot in my inbox, and then she be like, but you know, I'm gonna read it.
I'm gonna read it, but it's never a disrespectful response is what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you guys ever are trying to be on the good side of an author, don't be disrespectful. Read it, enjoy it, give your feedback, whether you like it or not. I had an author, one of my favorite authors, the book that she wrote, I did not vibe with. And I told her I was not going to do a review on it because I felt like how I felt about the book. And I was very clear about that. And I think
sometimes it be like that. Like, you're not going to like everything.
You don't. That was just one book out of
like some of my books. Yeah. Some books you're just not going to like. And that's fine.
You know, it wasn't that it was a bad book. I just felt like it just didn't gel the way that I would have liked for it to gel. And I told her where I felt like it didn't gel, and she just, I don't know if I hurt her feelings or not, but I'm not going to do a review, or I'm not going to promote something that I just don't agree with for some clicks and likes.
That's true. And I'd rather hear that and then ask you what it is, so I can see if other people felt the same way, because that may be something that needs to change or needs to be fleshed out. I don't think, even if it's not for you and you didn't finish it, but what you did finish, you're like, this is, you know, what I was concerned with, or what I didn't like, or what made me stop. Because that'll tell me, is there something that I need to fix? Is it something that, is it just going too slow here? Is it something that needs to be changed? There's nothing wrong with giving criticism if it's done correctly. Like, you can give a critical critique without being disrespectful. And for the most part, people will take it as it is and be like, okay, well, let me go back and look at this. You might run into some people who feelings get hurt easy and they just cut you off. It happens.
And
But
guess
for the
what?
most part, I'm gonna go back. I might be mad. But I'm gonna go back and be like, well, what she? Well, you know what? She
Let me
was
figure
right.
this out. Because it's got to be something. If she
Hmm.
feel this way, somebody else might feel this way.
And then you ask, and one person gonna be like, yeah, I seen it, but it didn't really bother me like that. But I feel like you could have added this. There's nothing wrong with that. Take it and make your craft better. That's all.
That's it. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Last question or two. Any advice for new authors, old authors in creating a business, making your author business successful?
Just write. Just write. Just write the story. Often people sit down and think too much, and then they overthink something and they never fully start, or they'll stop because they're thinking too hard. Just write the story,
Right.
because it's always going to be a rough draft. You can always go back and refine, but just sit down, take the time, and write the story. And it doesn't care what anybody don't care what anybody else thinks at that moment. Write the story because you want to write the story and because you love the story. If you're not feeling it, maybe that's not the right story. But you keep writing anyway until you come out to the story that you want. Just don't stop. Because that's when writer's block can pop up. You just push it off to the side, like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not. And you keep pushing it further and further back until you forget about it.
Yep.
If it's something that you want and something that you want to create, just write the story. Because somebody's looking for it. It's always one person looking for it.
And where can the people find you?
Everywhere except for Twitter. I don't be on there. But you can always find me. It's usually author E. Bowser. So I'll be on Instagram. You can always find me in my group. You can find me on Patreon at BTC Unlocked. And I'm always on TikTok. If you really want to see me, I'm usually on here. You can send a message or you can email me. But yeah, I'm always around. I'm here.
And I love it. I love that for us. All right. So don't forget that she has book 2 of the Affiliates of Creed coming out on the 9th. I'm super excited about that. Make sure y'all check out her Patreon. Make sure you check out her Facebook group. When you go over there, just know it's a little feral.
Listen, if you coming into the Facebook group, please answer the questions, because you will not get in. Please answer questions. Even if you ain't read a book yet, say you didn't read it yet. Or it's on your TBR or something like that. But please answer the questions, because the mods and the admins are not going to let you in the group. And once you get in the group, they crazy. FYI.
Oh, I got hate because I put my book boyfriends in order. They was nice, and I guess I'll let this pass, but man. No, ma'am. Oh, baby. It wasn't hate, but it was a little rough over there. But
they crazy. Listen, they
wild. It was a good time, though. But
you're going to learn some stuff. You're going to learn some stuff over there. And
yeah.
If you are there, you're able to say things you might not be able to say to other people or in other groups because they may not understand. Or if you have a question about something, somebody gonna give you the answer in a group. You're going to get the answer. So
make sure y'all follow
just
her.
Know they crazy, and just Answer the questions.
All right, safe space. I give it like every time we talk about it. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all follow her on all her socials. Coming up on Booked and Busy podcast tomorrow, I have author Kaida. We gonna talk to her about her new release and all the shit she be talking about because she has me in a chokehold as well. So y'all make sure y'all watch tomorrow for Kaida. I'll be at my normal recording time, my live time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, and 10 a.m. Pacific. Next week I have Mona Leah and Jenica Johnson. So Saturday is Mona Leah, and on Sunday is Jenica Johnson. So same time, y'all make sure y'all check it out. I want to thank you so much for being
Thank you
a
for
guest.
having me.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your pen. You make me want to burn my notebook every time I read something. I'd be like, "Girl, fuck this book."
Cheers.
No, for real. I tell somebody that every day. Fuck this book. But my release is coming soon, so I gotta get on
Okay.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up now.
Caught up in what?
They have you on live talk about what you mean you gonna burn this book.
I don't want to. They know it. I tell them every day. I don't want to. I don't want to no
Girl,
more.
if you could start a podcast, you can write that book. You'll be fine.
see what kind of shit I get. I should have said nothing. But that was my fault because I said so. But anyway, I appreciate you. I love you. I wish continue blessings upon blessings in your career.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to see what you're gonna do next. I have a feeling something's coming to film or to TV or to something because you write too well for it
We
not to
gonna
be.
put that out in the universe,
Y'all,
Yes.
listen. We touching and agreeing. When two or more agree, it shall be. So me and her agreeing, and I'm sure it's some more people who agree that this needs to be on TV. Because I
I
need
love
to
it.
see this on HBO after dark. I need to see everything. I need to see all the acts. I need to see that.
We need to see everything.
I need
It's gotta be either
everything.
HBO
I
or
need to see
Stars. It's gotta be
everybody
something.
part. I need to see everything, all of it. I need to see that whole scene with the CPAP. I need to see that. I need to see the facial expression she was making. I need to see when he put the whatever. I need to see that whole scene come to life. I need to see it. I need to see who is the characters. Who's playing her? Huh? Is it Stassi? Who playing her? Who playing me?
Stacy.
Huh? Who playing Mina? What actors are there? Who playing Conceited? Who playing Creed? Who playing Henny?
Who
Who playing
playing
Crescent?
Conceited?
Who? And I was gonna ask you that. I said that's too many people. But I be wanting to know who playing these people.
Shoot, I be wanting to know too. Shoot, let me find out.
Inquiring minds,
Yeah,
look, see how my
I
mind
would
went on a
love to see
tangent?
that CPAP. I would love to see that CPAP happen.
Girl, I don't want it to be
Right,
on network
Stacy
TV.
Ocean.
Oh, I did want to ask my question. Will you ever accept a traditional deal?
If I have no control,
Dacia,
no.
Ocean. What? How you say it?
It's
Stassi,
Stacy, but he
Stacy,
called her Stacy Sea Ocean River. That's what Creed said to
Stacy.
her. Stacy. Just
Okay,
like
got it.
Stacy.
Because I was gonna call that lady Stassi. I called her everything but what it's supposed to do. That's how I envision. You don't get your behind off my pillow.
Why you messing
Sorry.
with that
The
dog?
dog. Now she done took this whole long nap Now she want to rest her little self on my pillow. So anyway, go sit down. So yes, I need to see all of that. So, but thank you so much. We'll see you guys
Thank
tomorrow
you.
with author Kaida, and we'll be talking to her about her short reads and the spiciness and all the foolishness she got going on in her book. Because I love it there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
y'all. Happy reading, y'all.